It's Jeff at PPI here yet again, folks, and we've got some new developments related to our Hydrograbber product line that we'd like to share. There have been a few observations that we've made around some of these products that we decided that we wanted to improve upon, and with some customers' feedback, it's proven to be pretty valuable. So one of the challenges that we've done is we've begun to develop some of these larger mats for various specialty applications, such as those in the operating room with wet cases and/or applications in sterile processing. We found that adding an edge treatment to the materials themselves adds a whole bunch of different benefits to end users. One is the durability of the edge itself, whether one's trying to move equipment on or off, or physician stools, or interestingly enough, retain the integrity of the fluid, or retaining the fluid on top of the mat. So in this case, by way of example, these are polyethylene backed mats. These mats have a tackifier on them to keep the mat from slipping on the surface it's intended to grab. But in addition to that, the polyethylene keeps the moisture on top of the mat itself. What we sought to do was to keep that moisture on top of the mat, even if it's saturated near the margin or the edge of the surface. So by way of example, I'd like to demonstrate. So in this case, this mat that I have here is a poly-backed mat in the same width as this demonstration case, but I'm going to saturate this mat very close to the margin. And as you see, with enough fluid concentrated in an area near the margin, that fluid will migrate off of the mat itself. Now, while this has not posed any clinical issues so far for some of these pre-cut materials, what we want to do is improve upon that, and we've not found anybody in the marketplace that's actually addressing this potential issue. So by adding a surface or an edge treatment, not only do we increase the durability of the edge itself for ongoing or continued use throughout the day or the week, but also, as you can see from this demonstration, as the mat gets saturated near the margin, the edge treatment keeps the fluid on top of the mat and doesn't let the fluid migrate off of the top of the mat. So it traps the fluid between the backing, the impervious backing, and the impervious edge. So not only does that help further to contain the fluid, once the case is over with or the use is finished for the day, one can bring this mat up and keep all of those fluids contained, so there's a safety element to that. And if you notice, there's no water here. Now, this is a smaller sample or a smaller product than what we're marketing these all the way up to 15 feet in length and 64 inches in width. But I think that these smaller samples help to demonstrate the real value of these edge treatments. And by the way, this is a patent pending application. So this adaptation to our mat line that I've just described for you is currently being deployed on 4 different materials. There's an arthroscopy mat that's 64 by 60 that has this edge treatment. A brand new, just now coming into the market, is a specialty mat for decontamination sinks in sterile processing that is 32 wide and 96 inches long. And we have 2 large runway mats. One is 64 inches wide and 10 feet long. The other is 64 wide and 15 feet long. And all of these come with this same edge treatment. So with this being known to you now, if there's any additional applications that you can think of that this technology might benefit, give us a call. If you're interested in any of the materials that we have now, or would like to see a demonstration or a sample, or just hear from someone that will listen, give us a call, 828-324-2173, and we answer our phones.